Hey everybody. I'm sure you all missed not getting to see me at the in-person draft, so I'm going to do the video commish picks again, at least until I'm told that you are sick and tired of them and would rather just see the written word instead of my mug on a weekly basis. But hope you're all doing well. Psyched for the 2020 fantasy football season. Seems like it's been forever since there's been any football. And once again, I'd like to thank everyone for doing a great job with the draft the other night. That was smooth sailing. As far as Black Bart, Harding's Hitman, and his comments, I appreciate those. It's always good to have somebody who stirs the pot a little bit. I wanted just to respond to a couple of the things that he said. One is as far as the draft order. I know he was ragging on me a little bit for family members getting the first and second picks. What I want him to know is that it took me 18 times to resubmit the information for the draft to get those. So I did work for it. So in case you think it was just pure happenstance, it was not. I had to actually work for it, so I think that I deserve to have that. And frankly, I would rather not have had one of those top two picks just because it takes like an hour and a half to get back to the second round pick. What else? Oh, he talked about the the new favorite LaPena. We'll see with these guys. We've introduced a new element to the league with Mark LaPena. Lou was pretty much smooth operator. We'll see how it works out with Mark Bart, as we'll call him. But yeah, it should be fun. Looking forward to the league. And thanks again, everybody, for participating. Okay, so the commish picks for the first week. Tradition dictates that we always go with any of the new teams in our week one picks. So we have one new team this year, which is Gold Jacket, Green Jacket. What the heck kind of name is that? I know Gold Jacket is for Robbie Gold, his kicker. Interesting guy to name your team after. And then but I'm not sure I understand the Gold Jacket, Green Jacket. Maybe Mark LaPena can enlighten us on what all that means. I know a green jacket is something you get at Augusta, and since his meme is now, it looks like that's Adam Sandler with a golf club in hand, so I'm guessing that's what it's all about. And then versus Don Leatherwood, who has changed his name for the 8th time already this year. Now it is We Want Ivanka. I guess, well, a lot of us want somebody like Ivanka or anybody else. Anybody else besides either of the candidates who are up for election this time, not getting political here. Okay, so Mark LaPena is a guy who has had a lot of success in our other league, the Smo League, which is run by his older brother Lou. Don Leatherwood, my recollection is, hasn't had a tremendous success in the Smo League, but he's had a lot of success in our league. I think he's been in the playoffs and in the money every year. So pretty interesting matchup, and these guys have known each other for a long time and been sort of rivals for a long time. In this game, I really like We Want Ivanka to win. I think Deshaun Watson tonight puts up a big number at Kansas City. I think it's going to be a lot of scoring in this game, and I think Watson may have to throw a lot to try to keep up with Kansas City. So I expect him to have a nice night, and Tyreek Hill might neutralize some of what Mahomes does. I'm sorry, Mahomes is not with Gold Jacket, Green Jacket. I'm already thinking of my game coming up. But, Tyreek Hill could have a big night. Michael Thomas is usually good for, one of his real solid outings. And the receivers for the Gold Jacket, Green Jacket, interestingly, just if any of you who know Mark know that he, as I called him, a little salty. His receivers, he's got Odell Beckham Jr. and Deshaun Jackson on the same team. I mean, that's salty. And then Joe Mixon, who's gotten himself in a little trouble over the years. A.J. Green with his fisticuffs, in the game one time. He's like so he's got an interesting core group, and I think his receivers, to me, are pretty sketchy. I like We Want Ivanka to win this one by 10. The next game I'm going to pick is Fear the Wax versus Team Smack, Battle of the Judges. Team Smack I want to commend because she made her picks quickly, efficiently, and I think did a really good job this year. Fear the Wax was, as some of you saw, jumping on and off the draft site constantly. No, sorry, that was the night before when I was drafting our team in the snow. Jeez, I need more sleep. But anyway, yeah, Fear the Wax did his from out of town. He's up in some fancy resort up in the Hamptons or up in Quebec or something. But in any case, this is a good matchup just because these are, like I said, the two judges who are squaring off. Team Smack struggled last year, no doubt. Fear the Wax had one of his typical good regular seasons, followed by, a postseason flameout. So some things never change. Team Smack this year, to me, I mean, she's got a few guys who are questionable already this week, including Miles Sanders, Kenny Galladay, whereas Wax's team looks healthy. But I think Team Smack is going to win this week. She's got Carson Wentz at the Washington football team. Dalvin Cook, Miles Sanders, another Eagle going against the Redskins. Redskins defense, I think, could be solid, but they're just horrible. Oh, I said it again. The team's football defense should be pretty good, but they're just so bad that I don't trust them to do anything. And I think I just have a feeling this week Team Smack is going to win. I want her to get the early season win because, as we all know, Smack lives matter. Go with Team Smack to win this one in a Week 1 upset by 4. And the last game is my game against my wife. I have decided to change my team name from Double C Threat because one of the C's has not been part of the team for years, since the younger C lives in California and has been there for 4 years now, so he hasn't been part of the fantasy football universe in all that time. So really there was no Double C left. So I've decided to go with Leroy Stop Barclaying. Some of you may know that Leroy is one of my dogs, and so, I don't know, seemed clever. Julie, my wife, went with Make My Team Great Again, which, clever name. We'll see. Her team has been pretty good, and really, compared to my team, she's done better than I have the last couple of years. I've been horrible. So last night at the draft, I was asking her, because she was in the same room but away from me a little bit, I would ask her, you need any help? And the response I got every time was, no, stay at the table, don't come over here. So I got the message. It was, I can't blame her. None of you can, I'm sure. So this week she's got Mahomes going tonight in a little bit against the Texans. So, Mahomes is Mahomes. He could put up 40 points for her. But other than Mahomes, I think I've got some Saquon Barkley going against Pittsburgh could do well. Julio Jones, a little up and down. I don't, I think Leroy is going to get his first win this weekend. You're drinking a lot of water, Julie. Jeez. I'm sorry, but I'm doing these commish picks, and she's got like this gallon jug. Let me show you. This is what she drinks out of. I mean, what the hell? She'll drink like 2 of those in a day. It's like a gallon of water. And while I'm trying to do the pick, she's over here going like this. It's pretty distracting. So anyway, as I was saying, I think that I have a feeling that this week she's got Nick Chubb, who's at the Ravens. I think that's going to be one of those low-scoring slogs where Chubb maybe doesn't do a whole lot. Question marks with Jonathan Taylor, even though it's a great matchup. If you've been reading anything about him and Marlon Mack, don't want to tip her off to anything, but I mean, there could be some question marks about how effective Taylor's going to be early on. And, we always like our teams after the draft, but I happen to think my team's a little better this year. So I'm going to go with Leroy by 7 this week. So there it is. Week 1's in the books. Good luck, everybody, and we'll see you next week.